Hello girls, it's Monday. So I should probably say good morning because for me, I just pulled a bunch of hair on my head. It is morning. I slept for like 10, maybe 11 hours last night and it was wonderful, but when I woke up, I had like a little bit of a pain in my knee and it made me realize that I'm apparently old. Yeah. So anyways, this week is Caitlin's topic and she wants to know what is on our summer reading list, and like I mentioned a couple videos ago, I'm not really sure what summer is, but if I had a summer reading list, which I don't really have one, it would be the list of books that I've been wanting to read because I keep buying them but I don't really always read them. So the first one is a John Green book, which, if you know my history with John Green books, I have read about the first 50 pages of every John Green book, but I've never finished a John Green book, and there's really no reason behind it, except for that I just kind of get tired and move on to a new book. So, definitely I need to read this, which I've owned since it came out. I pre-ordered this baby, and I still have not completely read it. So now that I heard they're turning it into a movie, I need to read it so that I don't see the movie and not read the book. Another one is a book that's been out for quite some time, but I still have not read, and it's A Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling, which I kind of like how the back almost looks like Disney World in a really weird way. Like, I know it doesn't, but it kind of almost looks like Disney World, like with the castle. No? Okay. So that's on my list. The Matched series, I've actually read the first Matched one, and so I want to read Reached and Crossed and finish that. And then a book that I don't actually own, but the Divergent series, I've read the first one and I want to read the second one. So that is on my list, but I don't actually physically own that book. And then one of my other books that I want to read is, I have this really bad habit of going to little hole-in-the-wall bookstores that sell like $1, $2 books and buying a whole bunch that I think look interesting. So I have a lot of books on my shelf that like make no sense and no one's ever heard of, but I think by the title that it will be good because apparently I judge a book by its cover. And that one is called The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Round Things. How could you not want to read a book with this title? The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Things. I think it sounds amazing. The price tag says $4.50, but I probably only got it for $2. And I'm interested to read what this is about. It's got a little seal for being something good. So that's kind of an idea of what is on my list of books to read. Not particularly my summer list, but just in general books I need to read. I also own a lot of Maureen Johnson books that I have not finished. I have a lot of Brand Hambrick, if you know who Caleb Nation is. He's a YouTuber. I have a couple of his books. Again, I've only gotten like 50 pages into one of them. But, yes, I will read those. So yesterday I attended the memorial service for the friend that I spoke about a couple weeks ago. Not yesterday, but the week before, they actually ended up finding his body, and it was in the river like they thought it would be. It took 2 weeks to find him, and it was kind of surreal because I was actually at work when we got the call that there was a body in the river. So that was kind of a different experience for me. I've never experienced somebody who died in that way, but then yet, I haven't had a lot of younger friends die except for Alex, who you guys all know about. So it was different attending a memorial service for somebody who was so young, but I felt like the pastor who did it was really tasteful and it said a lot of really good stuff. And one of the things that really stuck out is that there's a way to make good things come out of bad things, and even though you may be in a bad situation at this moment, you don't truly know how, even though you're feeling bad at this moment, it could be a most radical, life-changing, good thing to happen to you in 2 years, and that where you are right now, you're in it for a purpose, and to not be worried, but you can wonder. I don't know. Did that make any sense at all? it gave me a lot of peace. I'm not crying, obviously, in this video. I did cry yesterday. But that's because I saw a lot of guys crying at the memorial service, and when guys cry, it makes me cry. When other people in general cry, it makes me cry. So I did cry at the actual memorial service, but I'm not crying today, which is a great accomplishment. So, reminder that you are more loved than you ever know, and that if you think people don't like you, they do. You don't know how much of an effect you've had on people in every instance of your life. So, you are loved. It's a simple message, I guess.